Hello Zodenites. I'm so sorry this video is coming late. I've been thinking about my place in the world. Yeah, it's been a minute, 2 weeks I think. So I know I promised you guys consistency, yeah? So much for that. But anyway, I'm back. I never left actually. I've just been observing things and trying to put two and two together. I never left and I promise you guys more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be feeding you guys good because I have series of videos coming up, alright? So yeah, we good. We good like that. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified whenever I make a video. Thank you very much. Hit that subscribe button. Over here, it's a safe space. You can say whatever you want to say. You can, comment wherever you want to comment. Just be respectful. If you want something more private, you can follow my socials, Instagram, Snapchat. Preferably Instagram anyway, but if you're a Snapchat person, that's fine. So I was on TikTok minding my business and I came across this video. Now this girl says men that have physical touch as their love language are red flags. That sounds ridiculous, yeah, I know. Just wait till you read the comment section and you see things that women had to say about men that have physical touch as their love language. So basically it's a thing that men that have physical touch as their love language are red flags, which I truly don't subscribe to. Because I have physical touch as my love language. It's my favorite love language, physical touch. And as someone that has physical touch as his love language, let's go through the 5 love languages and you will tell me if me having physical touch as mine makes me a red flag. And I'll prove to you how a man having physical touch as his love language does not make him a red flag. Now, what are love languages? Love languages simply are ways in which people receive and express love in a relationship. That's simply what it means. And there are 5 love languages in total. There's receiving gifts, there's words of affirmation, there's quality time, there's physical touch, and there's acts of service. So let's proceed. Now I'm going to talk about this from my least favorite love language to my favorite love language, which, as we know, physical touch, okay? But this is a journey, okay? So follow me on this ride. So first of all, my least favorite love language, words of affirmation. This is when someone uses words to express their love for you. Examples, simply as saying things like, I love you, you are special to me because this, I'm rooting for you, blah, 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 you are the sunshine, you're my this, you're my that. Words, basically, okay? As someone that writes poems, I acknowledge how words can be used as a weapon. Like you can literally have words in your arsenal in order to drive passion or to drive a feeling and make a particular person feel a particular type of way. Now, in the past, allegedly, I may or may not have written a particular type of poem to make some particular type of people feel a particular type of way. Now, girls watching this that I've written poems for, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? Let's not get sensitive here, alright? Thank you very much. But you that have words of affirmation as your love language, tell me, how does it work exactly? Like, you go just a talk, and I go to accept them. Like, you go to talk, and I go to believe. And it Chris. As I said, it's just the voices in my head, and me having trust issues. Nothing much. So it's not you, it's me. But basically, personally, words is my least, alright? Like, I can be in a relationship and not even feel the need to hear I love you. Let me see it. I'm that kind of person. I'm not saying don't say I love you. I'm not saying that, but for me, I prefer actions to words. I understand actions better than words. Let me just put it that way. That's because words could easily be twisted and it could easily be weaponized. On to my second least favorite love language, receiving gifts. Now this is almost every woman's love language, rightfully so. Of course, you women just do your thing, just enjoy yourself, receive all the gifts. So basically, women love things that glitter. Women love their material things, no matter how she claims not to be materialistic. Of course, they appreciate materials. Let me just put it that way. So I understand how receiving gifts could be a big deal for women, okay? Rightfully so, as I said. Nothing wrong at all. But receiving gifts as a love language when it comes to men, there's a huge question mark there. Because we live in a world where men are not giving their flowers. Men are not appreciated. Men are not gifted enough. And here is something funny. Most men I know are of the opinion that saying stingy woman is a tautology because it means the same thing. Now that's a silly joke. Don't come for me. Come for the men. The fact that I have words of affirmation and gifts as my least love languages, it does not mean that it's never appreciated, okay? Of course, if you gift me, let me tell you something. If you gift me, the way I will have a sentimental attachment to that thing. I'm never letting that thing go, and I'll owe you one. I truly appreciate gifts, and as a matter of fact, do you know what? I'll give you guys an example. I was gifted this. This was a gift from someone, and I've had it for more than 3 years right now. Now, this bead, on the other hand, I've had for close to 5 years. So you see, I carry, gifts everywhere I go, and I hold them so dear to me. And yeah, the rest of the gifts that I don't have with me, just it's either it got bad or something happened to them, or it was, a perishable thing in which, I had to eat or something. But basically, the point is that I love gifts. So yeah, I appreciate it, but compared to the rest, it's not just, really up there in my love languages. Now, let's move on to the third, acts of service. Now, acts of service simply means doing thoughtful things for people in order to make their lives easier. Now, personally, when it comes to acts of service, I truly don't require much because I know how to, carry my weight. I know how to enjoy doing things for myself. And besides, I've been single for up to 3 years now. I've pretty much been alone doing things by myself. So when it comes to acts of service, I really don't pay much mind to it. Of course, it's appreciated. Like examples of acts of service, I thought you were hungry, so I decided to buy you lunch. I discovered you were tired, so I decided to come cook for you. Thoughtful gestures like that. That's acts of service. And I simply don't require much because I enjoy looking after myself. Of course, it's appreciated, but it's not really up there. Just do the bare minimum. I've noticed that there are some girls that are not really thoughtful when it comes to this thing and just take advantage of the men when it comes to acts of service. Don't be offended if you're watching this as a girl. Okay, I'm not talking about all girls. I didn't say all girls don't know how to love a guy that has acts of service as his love language. I'm not saying that. But here's the thing. If we are being honest, we know girls that do acts of service for men, they do it in more of a thing whereby it's like a reciprocated action. In the sense that it doesn't really stems from them to generate that kind of thing. For example, you see a girl saying, okay, yeah, let me just do this for this guy. He has been trying, he has been doing this, he has been doing that. Like, it's almost like it never really comes to them naturally to be thoughtful in their gestures. Rightfully so, by the way. I don't even know if I should say rightfully so. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. Because in this life, it's like women have always been taught what to expect from men and not necessarily what to give. And men have been taught what to, give to a woman. So as I said, when it comes to acts of service, I can hold my own weight. I can cater for myself. I really don't require much. Just know the right thing to do at the right time. That's just it. I'm not asking you to go over and beyond compared to someone that has acts of service as his top love language. All right, you can just do the bare minimum and I'll be fine. I can do my own laundry. I can cook way better than most girls that I've seen. And so I really don't require much in that department. Now, my second favorite love language, quality time. This actually goes hand in hand with physical touch, or rather, that's what I used to think. But it's clear that people that do long distance relationship, quality time is a big thing in the sense that you just see them talk for hours on the phone, like always on FaceTime. Some of them are not even doing anything, like some of them are just living their own lives, but still on the call with that person, just having this vibe of, being next to each other or keeping in touch with the person's day-to-day activities. I know I speak for a whole lot of people when I say, with the right person, 5 hours feels like 5 minutes. It's just as simple. When you are with the right person, time flies. So that being said, that's why I enjoy quality time a lot, because time flies. What could be more amazing than spending time with someone you love in this cold, harsh world? Trust me, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Let's address the elephant in the room. Physical touch. This is my love language. I am physical touch, and physical touch is me. Now, do you know a funny thing about this? The irony is that this goes against my nature, because I'm the kind of person that I enjoy my space, I enjoy my time. That being said, I really don't enjoy people around me that much, or having body contact over a period of time. Like it just gets exhausting to me, and I just fade out and want to be in my world. But when I'm with someone that I love, oh God, look, there's nothing like being clingy. If you want, come and live under my hoodie. I don't care. Like, always want to be around me, holding hands, touching, blah, blah, blah. That's just it. I love it so much. As much as physical touch is my love language, I understand the fact that it's the most misinterpreted love language, in the sense that, it's what you may not realize. Most guys that have physical touch as their love language are just sex addicts. They truly don't know what it is. Physical touch is never about sex. Okay, it's about sex sometimes, but hear me out. Physical touch goes beyond sex. Cuddling, holding hands, always wanting to be around. Basically, with me, there's nothing like being clingy. That's just it. And you know a funny thing? When I see these sex addicts hide under the umbrella of physical touch being their love language, I feel this is one of the reasons most women think men that have physical touch as their love language are red flags or playboys. That's because the guys that claim to have it as their love language don't even know what it is. They just think it's all about sex, and then they use it as a way of just using a woman and say, oh, yeah, it's my love language, it's my love language, my love language. You have yours, I have mine. That's nonsense, that's bullshit. Women learn to differentiate between when a guy is a sex addict and when, genuinely speaking, physical touch is his love language. Ladies, gentlemen, Zodenites, now tell me, after all this, am I a red flag for the fact that I have physical touch as my love language? I don't think I am. Am I? I'm not. Yeah, and that's it. I'm not, alright? So basically, my point is that just don't think a guy that has physical touch as his love language is a red flag. People are different. Let me tell you something. Life is tricky, okay? Life can be tiring. Life can be, exhausting. Now, there are sometimes you just want to cuddle with the love of your life. There are sometimes you just, want that physical vibe, that physical connection. There's nothing wrong there. Like, there's nothing, it's not just about sex. It goes beyond sex, alright? So, yeah, stop misunderstanding this thing. And that's all she wrote. I'm Zode, and I'm out.